Hey, what's going on, friends and family? I kind of just wanted to go through and do a video of all my videography equipment, I guess, that I have currently on hand. I'm no professional. I am a complete rookie when it comes down to all this stuff like that. I'm very new to kind of cameras. I had been wanting to start this journey with creating YouTube videos of me documenting my life and our adventures that we've been going on. I kind of always had that syndrome of like, I didn't have the latest and greatest. I needed to grab some crazy camera just to be able to capture all this cinematically. I kind of just spiraled down and went through and kind of just started overthinking everything. At the end of the day, I didn't even film much of anything. I would kind of just reach for my phone and just take basic videos. Don't get me wrong, phone, like everyone always does say, it's something that you carry with you at all times. It's always in your pocket or within reach. For the most part, most of these new phones, the camera on them is pretty ridiculous. You can make a really good cinematic video, honestly, with your phone if you have the skills to do it. I'm not too crazy and technical on specs or anything like that. Again, I'm pretty new to videography, so I just originally kind of wanted a camera that I can just pick up, hit record, capture the moments and adventures that we're on, and be able to make a somewhat decent video out of it to be able to either share with my family, with you guys. So I do want to start off with this camera because I honestly, for a while there, almost forgot that I had it. And that's the Canon M50 Mark II. It's obviously a lot bigger than what I'm currently using. It was just kind of awkward to always have this out and about. I'm still honestly kind of shy, believe it or not. This kind of just made it even that much worse to be able to kind of like whip out and start videotaping the stuff that I was doing and or trying to capture. It was just big, in your face. It kind of makes it a little difficult for me to be out in public, especially, and trying to capture moments and stuff like that. One of my friends ended up gifting me the Canon M3, I believe it is. So I did have it on there and it was very stable footage and stuff like that. But then, I mean, again, you pair these two up, it just makes it that much bigger and honestly a lot more weirder to be out in public videotaping. That's not what I was shooting for. Kind of just want to be a little incognito. I think we'll switch over to this and see how it looks. I believe we're capturing it right here. Here we go. Anyways, this is the Canon M50 Mark II, and this is with the internal mic here. I do have one of the Rode shotgun mics. Let me go ahead and connect that. Alrighty, so that's the shotgun mic plugged in, so I believe that the sound quality should be a little better. Again, I mean, it's kind of weird and awkward, this big old thing. You know, it feels like I was definitely gonna have to be doing some more arm workouts because I think cruising around like this is gonna be a lot more strenuous, especially on my arm. But again, I think you can get better quality video, I believe, from these kind of style of cameras. Especially if you get like some of the really cool Sigma lenses and stuff like that, but I mean, they can be expensive. I primarily am gonna be shooting like outdoor vehicle-based adventures. I'll also be videotaping travel videos and stuff like that is what I kind of wanted to capture. I think this large camera here would make it that much more awkward for myself that I'm currently especially not comfortable with filming out in public, even that much more difficult. I think that these cameras, if you're looking for something a little more professional, is gonna be, you know, something that you're gonna want to be reaching for. Here I am in my garage. This is how it would look. The forecast isn't too great right now. I think it really looks good, and again, I wish I could take the time to be using this camera and stuff like that. Maybe later on down the road, maybe I'll pick something else back up like this, but I think for the time being, I'm just gonna stay with the current setup that I'm using. So anyway, I believe that's gonna be it for this. I can't really give too much details on it because again, I honestly really didn't use it too much or as much as I'd like to. Anywho, that's that. All right, before I talk about my next camera that I currently have in my arsenal, I kind of want to go over these little guys right here, the DJI Mic Mini. These mics honestly have been really incredible. They have like super long lasting life. Right now, you can pick these up for like about 80 bucks and that'll definitely get your audio quality top notch. Super easy to use. So it'll come with the case itself, which is rechargeable. This will give you like about up to 48 hours of life with them. Each transmitter lasts about, it says like 11 and a half hours. They do last a long time. It also does come with this transmitter right here. If you're using just your phone, say for doing all your videos, which again, you could, when it comes with the little Type-C adapter. Alrighty, so this is the front facing camera on iPhone 16 Pro. What do you guys think? How's the audio quality with the DJI Mic Mini? Not too bad, right? Well, this is gonna be with the back cameras. Again, it's kind of difficult to try to get you in frame, you know, because you can't really see what's going on. This is, I guess, the full potential of your iPhone and the camera. This would be what I'd be using to capture pictures of my Jeep or videos of my Jeep, right? And this looks really good right here. And you cannot beat the quality of especially these iPhone Pros. Not bad. This is a really good combo. I think, you know, an iPhone Pro with these little mics. Can't go wrong with that. That's pretty much enough for these DJI Mic Minis. Again, I can't recommend them enough. And it works with all the DJI ecosystem. So it'll work with my DJI Pocket 3 that I'm going to go over with next, and it'll actually pair up well also with the camera that I'm currently filming on. The second camera that I went out and purchased was going to be the DJI Pocket 3. I'm not exactly sure when I purchased it, but I know it kind of had just came out. This did make it a lot easier for sure for me to be out in public and videoing, because again, this thing is a lot smaller. And it's already like on a gimbal. There's plenty of review videos out there that you can see that can definitely geek out a lot better than I can. This is just going to be my experience with this little camera right here. I just want to let you know that if you're looking for something beginner friendly, this is definitely a very good option to go with. I think the only caveat being is that it is sitting on a gimbal full time. This gimbal sometimes is a little scary because any little drop that happens with it, you're gonna have to kind of be doing some repairs. That kind of sucks. DJI Pocket 3. This is it right here. It gives you really good stabilized footage. You can also get it to track you. It'll just kind of like follow you around. So that's a really cool thing too. That way, if you do a lot of videos by yourself, you can kind of just set this up and have it following you. Alrighty, this is how it would look. Not too bad. I've been loving this camera right here. I like how stable it is. It's been a really fun camera. It's been really cool. And if you get the creator combo, it'll come with the extra battery pack. You just click it on and then that just extends the life of your camera quite a bit longer. It'll give you that extra grip or that extra length, a little more purchase on there. It did come with a little tripod. It came with this little guy as well, so that has like the little quarter screw. If you don't use the battery pack, which has it as well, you can just use this, and then you can have it to where you'll have your charger there and then your little quarter screw. Throw that on there, and then boom, you have your little tripod that you can kind of just set and do your videoing with. Even like this right here, it's really good, really small still. I think that it definitely has been making me want to film even more. I finally published my first video back in October of this past year of 2025, and everything leading up until like these past few videos has been primarily with this camera right here. This definitely made me make that leap, say screw it, and I'm just start filming, capturing all these moments and being able to make some footage good enough to be able to share that with you guys. This has been really fun, and it's not like a big camera like the Canon M50 or like those larger mirrorless cameras. So it's definitely a lot more compact. It's not really like too much like in your face or like intrusive. I don't know, it just kind of puts everybody on edge for some reason. I feel like if you see like a big, large mirrorless camera out and about, right? This kind of just makes it a little more simple. Sometimes, a lot of people don't even know what it is. My biggest con is how sensitive, how fragile it is. With me kind of going out and wanting to do adventure videos with my Jeep off-road, doing trips that can possibly take place like in wet places and stuff like that. This is going to be something that was going to be an issue with that part. So I've had it out on the snow, I think a couple times, but that's as crazy as I've gone. If it started raining or anything like that, I would just bring it inside the cab and try to film whatever I could from there. And then I would just jump to my phone. And with these ones, you can get them pretty wet, so you can capture a lot more footage than you can with these if you do end up like in a wet, moist environment. I've seen, and I continue to see, a ton of videos of like the super well-known creators, and again, like they're just super amazing at what they do. They do this professionally, and they always, you know, make their videos. If I was to start over again, what would be my current setup and whatnot. I just feel like I would make this video not only for myself to be able to see, you know, what kind of crazy setup I have at the beginning of next year, if I do end up switching it up or anything like that. But then again, you know, like I hope that I can help somebody else out there that's like me, a complete fresh beginner at all this. I'm trying to just learn this from the ground up. I'm trying to use stuff that'll make it a lot easier for me to make videos and content. I want to show you what I'm using to get myself out there and make just stuff that's making it a lot easier for me. For the time being, my go-to camera for just about everything, it's going to be the DJI Action 6. I had been looking for an action camera, and I had like a GoPro a while back. I honestly don't know where it's at. I think I got it on my last deployment. I did some videoing here and there, but the footage off of it always looked funny. It looked like a GoPro footage or action camera video looks like. You'll know what I'm talking about, and it just kind of looks like that fisheye or like that weird POV kind of like style. The technology in these newer action cameras, it looks amazing. It looks as good as quality as this right here. And again, if you look at least like 1 to 2 videos back, that's all been with this right here. I've been loving it so far. It's been really good camera. It shoots really good video for what I'm currently doing at my level at right now. Even those professionals I've been seeing, like the biggest one that I can name is like Potato Jet, and Jevin Dove is another one. I know they might be sponsored by DJI, but they do make some really good, super detailed videos of them talking and showing this camera right here. So if you do want more details, again, I'm not really too crazy and geeked out when it comes down to the details of these cameras. I just know that, again, that I can pick this up and shoot really good quality videos. For the time being, this is what's doing it for me, and this is what's getting me out there. This is what's getting me to shoot and make videos. Just sitting here right now on the side of Highway 80 at a little vista point, and my God, look at this. Beautiful views out here though. We made it to Stockton, California, about to meet up with Joaquin Jeepers, and we've been wanting to do this run with them for like about a few years already. Yeah, hopefully we brought the right Jeep for the job. You ready? Tickles the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Oh yes. Whoa. Alrighty, about to wash these mutts at Tractor Supply. Hey, what are you doing, huh? Anyways, we'll see how this goes. If you take anything away from this video, is that, you know, you don't really need much, and this is, I think, not that much. It's cost effective. It's very small. I have one of these K&F concept little tripods handle, slap it on there, boom, it's good to go. You know, like it'll extend out. I can kind of like capture what I'm trying to do, or just have it down. I do like that, you know, you obviously have the screen front and back, and then again, even with like a little tripod like this, you can extend it and then set it on a table or whatever, film whatever you need to film, and then be hands-free. I am also using something like this right here, and I'll just switch over to each one whenever I need to, if I need it to be a little taller. It has the little quarter screw right here, so I'll take a little quarter screw mount for the Action 6, and then I'll be able to flip-flop back and forth in between them. If I can just use one camera, it would honestly just be this one right here, because it's been really good so far. I have got this little cage for it from Fly Mile, so I did want a little extra protection on it. So I kind of just went out and got this little cage right here for it, and it's kind of cool because it sits in there. It's pretty protected. It's an action camera, so again, you can probably beat it up quite a bit and be okay with it, but just take that extra little precaution. I just had to close up the garage and take the Jeep out because it started raining actually. So there's supposed to be a nice little storm running through California. Anyways, yeah, so this is the cage. This is from Fly Mile. I'll try to put most of the stuff, if I can find them, on the details, to little links here and there. It came with an actual little cover for the lens, so I thought that was pretty cool. For the most part, this is honestly how I've been using it everywhere that I go, just like this right here, paired up with one of the DJI Mic Minis. And it's been Super easy to use. When it's all collapsed, usually you can stuff the handle into my pocket, and if I need to, just kind of holster it there for a bit. And then when I need to go ahead and film stuff like that, I'll just pop it out. Cool thing is that, you know, once you're ready to go ahead and make a video or anything like that, you could just power it up, hitting the power button. But if you want to, what I love about it is just like, I can throw this to anybody and they can go ahead and record as well. Just hit the red button and start recording. So you'll boom, hit the red button, and then there you go. You know, you start recording there, right? That's a pretty cool little feature that I like. It did have a hand gesture feature on there. So if you wanted to, you know, you can be like filming yourself and whatnot. You do the hand gesture, put your palm out, and it'll start or stop recording. I ended up shutting that feature off because there have been multiple times where I guess I do a lot of stuff with my hands and it ended up stopping the filming process on me like a bunch of times. Other than that, again, everything is on auto, the auto white balance, any of the other settings. I kind of just, again, wanted to go ahead and point and shoot. I am shooting at 4K, 24 frames. So that's what I use. The video is good enough for me and for my needs at the time being. So I think you can get it, again, to be a lot more cinematic if you like. If you know how to do a lot better post editing, you can go ahead and like color grade and do all that craziness, because you can do it with, I believe, like D-Log M. You can get a lot more features doing it that way. I have it like on normal 10-bit, I believe. I was honestly planning on selling the Osmo Pocket 3 and kind of just, there's another camera that I've been eyeballing besides these two right here. I think if I can get my hands on it, I'll try to get my hands on it, but I have been eyeballing the Insta360 X5. I really like that for like, especially for like automotive stuff, POV views of like it looking like, you know, you're playing like a Gran Turismo game or something like that. I think that's really cool. I think that would capture some really good footage of us going off-road. For the time being, I think this is plenty for me. I'm kind of dealing with it. And then like I had mentioned earlier, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and switch back over to the Action 6. So you're now back on the Action 6. It did come with a case for the Osmo Pocket. It wasn't really practical, honestly. Like, especially once you got this guy right here, it didn't really want to fit well. I remember taking it off, and since like Christmas time, I honestly couldn't find it anymore. So I ended up purchasing this guy. You can, has like a little spot for your lens on there if you wanted to. I do like this one better because it actually works with that magnet and it protects that gimbal really good. So now if you want to throw it in your pocket, it's really nice and protected. Before I move on to my last little guy, I did want to mention that so when I bought the Action 6, I just bought the regular Action 6 by itself. It just came with the camera and the battery alone, nothing else. I ended up picking these guys up right here, and I'll try to put a link on it. It's through Amazon, and it's pretty cool because the case itself, it'll show you the percentage. Once you do plug it in, it's just a Type-C charger. You'll go ahead and be able to see how fast it's charging, and if you want to as well, you can use this as a battery pack, and you can store up to 3 batteries in there. So it was 2 batteries in the case, and then it has 2 slots available for extra memory cards. Lastly here, I've had this drone too for a while. It's more than enough for me. This is the DJI Mini 4 Pro. And this thing is really user-friendly. It's super easy to get up in the air and fly around, especially when you pair it up with the, I believe this is called like the RC2 controller. The whole screen will display on there. That way you don't have to like get the other controller that you normally have to like pair up with it, and then you kind of have to just always have your phone attached to it. Before purchasing the drone, and that's kind of what I would go through and ask, and even if I knew people that had a drone always, their biggest recommendation was always to go this route, because that was their biggest regret if they didn't have it, was not having the RC2 with its own display. That way, you know, it's just a completely separate unit from your phone. And I'm just hoping to get a little better footage of mainly our off-road trips, I think, with this. I did want to get the Mini 4 Pro. I believe the 3 Pro also has it, and that is the tracking feature. So I know that's one thing that I needed for the drone to have, was tracking capabilities. So this one does it. I think they're on a 5 now. For the most part, this still does the job. The video, I'll see if I can pull some images. I have flown it a few times, and captured a few videos off of it. I'll try to insert that in some B-roll. And again, you know, it's just been one of those things that I take it with me everywhere, or a lot of places, especially when we go off-road, but I'm always kind of just like, I don't know if I'm like too shy to kind of like, hey, you know, let me take this out and fly it around. And I think I'm just gonna, have to stop being shy about it all, and then again, try to capture a little bit more. But I think this, you know, I'm gonna keep in the arsenal to try to just get out. And if I already have it, so might as well just try to use it. They got like I think it's like a Part 107 license. Again, don't quote me on that. It's like a license to fly drones commercially. That is something that I do want to hopefully be able to attain this year, is to be able to get that. Not that I'm trying to like make money off with it or anything like that, just to definitely learn a little bit more where I'm allowed and not allowed to be flying these things, because they are small and compact. But again, I know there's some responsibility that comes with, and I, you know, definitely want to stay within my guidelines and, you know, be respectful to the drone community as well, and not just be out there flying like a goofball, right? That's pretty much everything I got in my arsenal for the time being. The Action 6 camera has been working out great. If it's something that you're kind of debating, looking for, I definitely recommend it. Just the portability of it all is what makes it that much better, because I love that I can just pick it up, stuff it in my pocket, and take it out whenever I need to film stuff. If I do need to kind of like pick it up and away from me, I don't feel super awkward about filming in public places. And it's kind of just helping me get out, feel more comfortable filming out in public. So that's the main goal that I like about this camera. And hopefully, you know, it helps you make a decision if you've been on the fence about maybe purchasing something like this. If you're a beginner or anything like that, you know, let me know what you're thinking about using or what you currently have as your setup to be able to do your videos currently. If for some reason you're a pro and you're still watching this, if you have any pointers for anybody out there, you know, just let anybody know in the comments down below for sure. Honestly, anybody, you know, if it's something that you have pointers for, put it down in the comments. Throughout the year, I'm hoping to just continue to make as much videos as I can, and then documenting my current journey on whatever that may be. Before I close out the video, I just kind of wanted to also show you what I'm using to edit, what computer I'm using, and what software I'm using. Again, this is just primarily to help out beginners that are either trying to start this or not. And if not, you know, maybe just somewhere to be able to organize all your photos and videos and stuff like that. So I'm here in my professional setting right here. Yeah, I don't have an office really. My office is really my garage. I am using a 14-inch MacBook Pro, and it's the Apple M3. I save everything off of one of the Samsung T7 external hard drives. This is really good. That way you don't clutter up your internal hard drive on your laptop. I kind of just save everything on there. I'll typically save everything on a folder, and that way I can bring it to iMovie, is what I'm currently using right now. And yeah, I know it's the most beginner rookie thing that you can use, but it's been working for me. I have tried DaVinci Resolve, and honestly, it was just too complicated for me. I'm not tech savvy at all, so this has been working out really good for me so far. I want to say that the next step from this is gonna be probably, I'm thinking about maybe using Final Cut Pro. I'm not too sure. I think it's the next best thing for Mac, and I am gonna look into that. So later on in the future, I'll review that and see how user friendly it is really, because I think I'm the best subject for that. Again, if I'm able to do any of this, I hope that this can motivate you to get out there and either start your journey on YouTube. And if not, I definitely again recommend that you can, if you can, just capture all these special moments in your life. So that's all I got for everybody. And until the next time, take it easy out there.